Quit horsing around. In this video, we will be assembling the Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive Super 2 chassis, Year of the Horse Special Edition. This is for the Chinese Zodiac, I guess you'd call it. This year, or 2026, is the Year of the Horse. So this is the special edition they put out for New Year's. And yeah, let's get it cracking. We'll get it unboxed, and then anything that you would need to know to put one of these together, we will go over. It's quite simple, but it can seem like a daunting test for some. Similar to Santa too. So if you like all things Mini 4-wheel drive, or want to learn more about how to tune up your cars or anything like that, please let me know in the comments, and also like and subscribe. Okay, so we have the Mini 4-wheel drive New Year's Edition Year of the Horse 2026. This character right here, that says cow, but it says Uma above it, which is a horse. Might be a misprint, because this says cow too. Or maybe it's something I just don't know. Maybe it's Chinese, not Japanese. It's kind of got me tripping out. Anyways, it looks super cool. Super 2 chassis. We have the resin body chassis, so white chassis, red body, 13mm rollers, 5:1 gear ratio, large diameter tires. I think this will look sweet. There we go, there's the body, nice bright red. It's really doing that whole Chinese vibe thing, which I do think looks pretty cool. And then, I don't know why, these almost never match. I'm baffled. Okay, and then we got the Super 2 chassis here. So the Super 2 chassis got the best of me before, but we're gonna try and work it out this time. And then these are cool too. They've got these clear tires. I believe the sticker is going to go on the actual rim itself, and then you can have the writing below it. So yeah, very cool. Little horse head right there, and then yeah, it even says Year of the Horse and cow. We will be doing the stickers for this one. It's kind of a no-brainer. And Reiwa 8. So in Japan, they say the years differently. Instead of like 2026, Reiwa, they have like the emperor year. But yeah, so this is the 8th year of that. And then we have the instruction booklet. It's actually a booklet, which is nice instead of a little fold out. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's get to building. First things first, we got to get all this out of the plastic. So for today, the tools we're going to be using are just your regular old nippers, any type of cutter like that. You can use scissors, it's not quite as efficient. We've got the screwdriver and tweezers, and that's about all you need. But again, if you don't have these, scissors work. You can also kind of break them off. It won't be very clean though. And then we got our battery terminals over here, grease. This will be what the horse sits on. We got our motor, we got our shafts, we got a shaft for the gears, body, chassis, and then the parts for the chassis rollers and stuff like that. And then our screws and our gears up here. So now that we've got all this in, we got the motor in, we can take this. We're going to want to give it a little bit of grease. The shaft here. It's a lot of grease. And put it in with the little nub facing the nub over here. And that connects to the motor. And there's a little notch there for that part. And then this goes right over the top of it. There's a little hole there in this gold piece, and then a hole in the chassis as well, and those just snap into each other. Usually. Okay, and then we're gonna screw this down. But first we want to put the cover on the motor, like so. And then we take one of these little small flat screws and screw it into that little hole that we got there. And that will help keep it in place. I think this is probably one of the reasons they're not lined up. I didn't like the Super 2 is because it's kind of difficult to get the motor in and out. It's not difficult, but a little bit of a pain in the butt. Alright. Okay, and now that we got the chassis complete, we can put this on. So another reason I didn't really like this one is because this doesn't feel too like sturdy inside of it. But you get what you get. And this one I guess we don't actually use. So we'll unclip these so we can put on the rollers and get the rest of the build out. Actually clip them all. And the next part is pretty straightforward. You do basically the same thing 4 times. Get those out, and then this is the catch for the, oh man, it's really close, the body. That back in case I ever need A3. And while we got the nippers out, we'll just cut out all the pieces for the body. Pretty standard stuff. This body doesn't feel like it's that well made. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm complaining a lot. I probably shouldn't complain so much. And my mic wasn't plugged in. Good job. Nothing's really going right today for this one. It's okay though. Next we'll need need these 2 little screws, little flat ones. And we're going to screw down the back bumper for the chassis. So it definitely helps having magnetic screwdriver for this. I usually just find out where it is about to get it in place first, and then just ratchet it down afterwards. But this one's not too technical. You're not getting into any small spaces. You're just making sure it's in the right space. And this one goes on the back bottom. So it'll look like so. And then for the rollers, so we get 2 for the front, 2 for the back. And for each roller, what you want to do is you want to take this screw here, give it a little bit of lube, put the screw through the roller, and then you want the washer on there. And these ones are all going on the top in the furthest corners, like so. Got a noisy cat with us. It's not too bad. Sometimes at night he gets quite noisy. And then this one will be the same on this very far corner in the back. And it fell out. Go get that lined up on the screwdriver, and then lined up here. Screw that in, and that is how you set the rollers for these. And we'll get the other side, and that is our chassis complete. This piece is what's going to stick the horse's head onto here. It's just basically double-sided tape. That somewhat in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect because the horse's head doesn't completely fit it, and it just really goes over that battery cover anyways. And you will have these 2 parts left over, kind of IKEA style. And you can kind of get an idea. So you can see that the horse's head will be a little further back than that. So we want to move this a little back. It comes off and goes on pretty easily. Maybe even a little further than that. But not super easily where you have to like worry about it actually falling out when you're racing, so that should be fine. And that is exactly why I don't like this catch for the battery that much. And then this just goes onto here, the other way. Wait, no, that was the right way. For some reason it looked off. And then these little prongs stick into the front part up here. There we go. Why does it not want to stay down? Maybe that's backwards. I didn't know there was a forwards and backwards for that. Okay. And then we put on the catch for the body. It still doesn't sit right. I think it's probably user error. There we go. So we'll get the stickers on. I'll do a hyperlapse for that because this is just stickers by number. So coordinating sticker goes where it tells you to put it. final part of the puzzle is getting the horse head on. So we got the horse going right in the middle. Hopefully it's lined up. Not super well. I'm not sure what's going on with his body. I thought it might be the horse head, but I think it could just be a quality control thing. This doesn't completely sit too stable in there, and the chassis seems to kind of come apart from the body a little bit. It'll work. I don't know, maybe they missed some things on this one for the QA testing or checking. Overall, it does look really cool. It's got a really nice color set to it. I do dig this one quite a bit, the looks of it at least. So, you know what, let's go test it out real quick. Alright, so when it goes, I think it's a couple things. The first thing is the tires. Because they're so like sticky, when you're trying to move laterally, so when it's going around a turn, it's gonna hold that up because it's trying to go forward, and when you're pushing against it, it's trying to move like this. But if the tires are sticking to the track, it's not going to be able to move very smoothly. Another thing is, I think it's just a little bit of quality assurance, because like this doesn't sit flush. Hey you. And you put it on the chassis and it doesn't sit flush. It sits further back than the other piece. You kind of have to jam it in there. I do think this is more of a showpiece than anything. It does look really cool. I will give it that for sure. It is a good, maybe $10 or so, just to have a little model kit that you can put on the shelf. But I do think there's a lot of things that could have done much better with this one. So if you like the aesthetic and you want something cool to sit on your desk or something, I would definitely recommend this one for the aesthetic purposes. But as for functionality, hey, I would say maybe a pass on the Year of the Horse. But either way, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.